So I'm going to touch on fermented foods again today and also continue on with plant-based protein sources. So we're going to talk about a food that meets both of those criteria, and that food is tempeh. And I wanted to talk about it because it's one of the healthiest foods out there, and there's so many misconceptions about it. So so many people just lump tempeh in with tofu and assume it's the same thing. You hear tofu and tempeh kind of all the time, and they are not the same thing. So I want to talk about how they're different. Tofu is basically a food that has been processed in essence from soy milk. So think about the way cheese is made from milk, and that's sort of the same way tofu is made from soy milk. So it's kind of like soy milk's cheese version, I guess. But basically, it's soy milk that has essentially been kind of curdled in, again, the same way you'd make cheese to create kind of a thicker, patty type thing. And that's what tofu is. It's kept in water, so it needs to be drained before using it. It also ranges in texture. You'll see anywhere from like soft and silky to extra firm, but it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor, so anyone who's tried it knows. And a lot of people are not crazy about the texture because it's a little bit spongy. Tempeh, on the other hand, is essentially whole soybeans that have been fermented with a simple grain, something like barley or brown rice, and just formed into, I don't even know what you call it. I guess it's like a brick or a patty, but it's whole soybeans that have been fermented. And that's all it is. And because of that, it's still considered a whole food and not something that's processed in the same way tofu or any other, processed food is. So it's a whole soybean, and the fermentation process that it undergoes actually helps increase its protein level, increase all of its vitamins and nutrients, and make it key to helping take care of your gut microbiome. So it is a wonderful health food. Also, in comparison to tofu, it has a very firm texture, and it has a nutty flavor, which makes it a very ideal meat substitute. Whereas a lot of people don't feel like tofu does that as well. So I encourage you to try it out if you haven't before. You'd get it in the refrigerator section at a grocery store, the same place you would find the tofu. And it's going to be kind of a long, flat package. All you have to do is chop it up, and then you can bake it, saute it, marinate it, whatever you want to do. It's very easy to cook. And you don't have to deal with all the draining time that you have to deal with tofu. So it's a much healthier product, a much better meat substitute, generally a much easier product to cook with, a wonderful protein source, a wonderful fermented food. So if you haven't tried it, I very, very much encourage you to give it a shot. Play with it and let me know what you think. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.